Is presented. Buffalo Sabres hockey on MSG is presented by Gold Ring Partners, KeyBank, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield of Western New York, Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center, Labatt Blue, and Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine.
The Sabres are 14-2-2 all-time in first games against expansion teams. They're hoping that record improves this evening at an incredibly constructed Climate Pledge Arena. It has the roof of the old Key Arena, but everything underneath it was redeveloped at a level like no arena in the world has ever seen. What a place for Buffalo to close out their road trip tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting for Buffalo to go into Seattle and get to experience what it's like with that 32nd franchise in the National Hockey League. The number 32, which is not for Rob Ray, has been hanging in the rafters to honor the start of the Seattle Kraken. So I think the energy is going to be there early on, and I'm looking forward to a really good push by the Sabres.
Fan base talking about the big trade today, and of course the players in the room undoubtedly reflecting on their time with Jack Eichel, who has been sent to the Vegas Golden Knights. Alex Tuck, who's a couple of months away from returning to the lineup after shoulder surgery, is a big piece. He's a Syracuse native, and he's really excited to be a Buffalo Sabre. Peyton Krebs is going to be, he's expected to be in the Amerks lineup tomorrow night as they host the Marlies at Blue Cross Arena. Krebs, a key piece of this deal as far as how it fits in with Buffalo's other young prospects.
Well, you look at Dylan Cousins, you look at Casey Middlestat, Tage Thompson, Jack Quinn, J.J. Peterka, now Peyton Krebs. I mean, the list is long of prospect. The Sabres also have 3 first-round pick this year and 3 second-round pick in the next draft. So there's a lot of building that's happening here with the young prospects.
All right, as far as tonight and up against a Seattle team that is 3-6-1 through their first 10 games, the surprise in all of that would be the goal-scoring heroics of most recently a Penguin, Brandon Tanev.
Well, Tanev was really good with the Pittsburgh Penguin. Obviously, that is why the Seattle Kraken picked him in the expansion draft. He can be physical. He can kill penalty. He can play on the power play. He's got good skills. And obviously, going for the Cy Young Award because he's 6-0 this year with 6 goals, 0 assists. So who knows? Maybe baseball just ended, but Tanev wants to keep it going.
And happy to report that after he got dinged up in the warm-up, he is expected to play tonight. So that's a big thing for Seattle, which, you know, like a lot of expansion teams, has had a little bit of a challenge offensively. And they've also been racked by some injuries, too. So tonight they lean on Philip Grubauer in goal. It'll be Dustin Tokarski at the other end for Buffalo as the Sabres try to go 2-2 with wins to bookend this road trip before they return home on Saturday here at KeyBank Center. Dan and Razor have the call coming up for a little Sabres After Dark.
Here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome from the Seattle Opera, Tess Altaveros.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Climate Pledge Arena welcoming our starting goaltenders tonight, and they're brought to you by Tim Hortons. Stop by your local Tim Hortons today, the official coffee of our Buffalo Sabres. Dustin Tokarski in between the pipes for the Buffalo Sabres tonight against Philip Grubauer, one of the more certainly poignant acquisitions of this Seattle franchise. And of course, you see their records to start the season. Dustin coming off a loss to the LA Kings. Our first period replays are brought to you by Ford. The new Ford F-150 is redesigned to be the toughest, most productive ever. Built Ford tough. And for Dustin Tokarski, he'll have to be tough tonight. It's a lineup in Seattle that's full of veteran players. They've been there, done that, many of them, as far as winning championships, been around really great teammates. And it's really a matter of just finding the rhythm, much like the Sabres continue to try to do with their group. And Skinner, Asplund, and Thompson will start it off as Buffalo and the Road Whites attacking from right to left here in the first period. And the Kraken with Yanni Gourde on the ice, Kalle Järnkrok and Brandon Tanev. Pre-game show talking all about the start that Brandon Tanev has gotten off to, and he's not too far from setting career highs the way he's putting the puck between the pipes already. Sabres would love to get off to a quick start here, and Skinner, who's had a nice little roll lately, tried to play it to the far boards, but it's picked off and brought right back in. Donskoy out with Schwartz. And Alex Wenberg, the other member of that line, as Rasmus Dahlin will play it to the far boards. Sabres trying to find their way to punch a ticket past the center ice red line. We're 50 seconds in. They haven't really done that yet. Still in their own zone, and Seattle putting on a lot of pressure here. Now, down the left side, Cody Eakin given a rough ride early there as Larson was all over him. Sabres on the far wall, keep it in. Shot goes wide of the net, tended by Grubauer. Bryson will play it below the goal line. Nice traffic out in front, and Grubauer finds that one. Nice aggressive play by Cody Eakin going to the net.
Now here Kyle Oposo getting himself established in front. Cody Eakin does a nice job. Not big of a hole to get between the net and Larson to the front of the net, but he takes it and he drives through. And this is something Don Granato talked about that they have not done in the last few games, is get traffic and pucks and players to the net. And this is something he was really stressing this afternoon that his team needed to get back to here in this game. And obviously it's sinking in. You see it earlier here in this first.
Dylan Cousins group out there now. Shot for the wall taken by Hinostroza. And the puck will be brought up ice by Max McCormick. Out with the now former Sabre, Riley Sheahan, and Nathan Bastian out there as well. Play in behind the Buffalo net. Bryson and Bastian tied up with one another. Puck comes to the corner. Hinostroza with the backhand up the wall. Dylan Cousins stays there for good support, but can't get it outside the line. Here's McCormick. And he's trying to turn that one to the middle of the ice. That somehow stays in over at the far line. Hayden Fleury knocked it down. And the Sabres will see Seattle reset on their side of center as Vince Dunn plays the puck up near center. Geekie will carry it down and look to center, but that's nowhere near Jordan Eberle, and is taken away by Hinostroza. He looks to play it up ice. Now Eberle with the steal. The former Islander and Edmonton Oiler will play it up top. Far point shot. That one goes off the end boards and gets by Eberle and will exit the zone. Kraken fire it back in. Robert Hagg is back trying to play it up the wall. Comes back to him in the slot. Good positioning there by the Buffalo defenseman, but he ices this puck. Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center, keys to the game.
Now the first key here tonight is play your identity. Get pucks deep. Play a direct, simple game. Get back to the work habits you showed early in the season. Second thing is the leaders need to lead here tonight. Pull this group together, get your focus back, and salvage this road trip.
Yeah, it certainly feels like it's gotten to that point as far as salvaging goes. You want to get that good feeling back before you come home and face the Red Wings on the weekend.
Well, Dan, any road trip we always talk, and it's the same old thing all the time. You go on a road trip, you're 500. It's a successful road trip, especially one like this for the Sabres. The chance is there. The opening's there for them. The opportunity's there. It's just they got to pick it up and carry it.
Ruotsalainen plays it ahead out with Bjork and Hayden. They'll get it into Seattle territory, but not for long. Yanni Gourde will drop it, and Larson plays across ice, and that's tipped up ahead by Jeremy Lauzon. That's the only defensive pair that remains the same for Seattle off of their game against the Oilers the other night. Here's Schwartz bringing it down the right side. He'll hold up, send it cross ice. Aiden Fleury plays it behind the net. He's the defenseman that draws in with Soucy out of the lineup. There's a turnover by Buffalo. Asplund put it right on the stick there of Gord in the corner, and now the hard play on the wall continues. Vince Dunn lays it off. Donskoy with a shot, and the rebound off the nice save off the pad of Dustin Tokarski is all the way back to the Seattle line. Donskoy still looking for his first goal of the season. He's got the puck now as he breaks in one-on-one against Butcher with a shot, and he fires it wide. Kraken to come out with some real speed in this one. Sabres will want to match it. And there's a shot stopped by Grubauer off the stick of Oposo. Make that Thompson, sorry, as he's in the corner now. Kyle Oposo did indeed take that shot. My apologies. He goes back into his own end to pick it up from the blue line. Up ahead now for Dahlin, but that pass was behind him. Buffalo offside, tagging up. Right side pass for the Kraken. Bryson gets there ahead of Max McCormick. Lays it up the far wall. And Buffalo will not be called for icing here due to the fact they hit a Strozin. Got to the spot first. Now he's trying to bother Riley Sheahan, who plays it to the corner, and Larson will just lift one. That will settle down on the left wing, too far from McCormick. And a battle right at the line in front of the Seattle bench. Nobody can find the puck right now. It's tied up somewhere, and we get a whistle.
Yeah, Seattle, a couple of good opportunities here against the Sabres in this first 5 minutes. Going to take a look. Here's Donskoy on the side, 72. Here takes the quick shot. Blocker save there by Tokarski. Along with traffic in front. Here's the second opportunity. Donskoy again doing a little weaving back and forth. Will Butcher does a nice job staying with him there and forces that puck to go wide of Tokarski. But you see Seattle, they're coming with numbers, and they're not hesitating to throw the puck to the net. Sabres got to be aware of that. D got to be aware to get the puck, get it to the outside. Forwards got to get back quick to give them that out. But too many times here so far in this first period, wingers getting the puck on the wall, they're looking to move it instead of getting their feet moving and then move the puck.
Buffalo going on the power play here is a tripping call coming up against the Kraken.
Yeah, Geeky's going to the box here, and I think it's going to be a tripping call made. Sabres going to have a chance on the power play. Watch 67 right here. He's going to take the feet out from underneath of Bjork right there. That's a tough call. The stick doesn't even hit his feet, but nonetheless, Sabres going to the power play. They are 1 for 6 on this trip to the West Coast. 6 goals on 24 attempts. 7th in the NHL. They sit right now on the power play.
Here's the Kraken, potential 2-on-1 shorthanded, but it's a 1v1 for now as Sheahan's going to play it back up top in the slot. Larson with a shot, and that one is on the stick of Dahlin. He'll play it ahead in the Sabres power play, trying to get into the offensive zone, and now they will down the left side. Here's Asplund. Skinner following. Can't keep the puck in, and it's cleared outside the line. This Buffalo Sabres power play brought to you by New Wave Energy, your local energy supplier, and the power behind the Buffalo Sabres. Kraken on it again at center ice, and they're just eating up time here on this penalty kill.
That's Tanev, takes it all the way back into his own zone. Nice play. Heads up, didn't want to force anything.
Now 1v1 again with Yanni Gord working against Miller, who's careful not to put that extra hand around with the referee talking to him. Asplund in the corner. Push down. Gord continues to dig. Down to 1 minute remaining in the man advantage for Buffalo. Sabres bring 2 in on the attack. There's 4 Kraken back, all set up, waiting. Slapping the stick here is Miller on the left side. He takes the pass. Pass across is blocked. There's a potential breakaway, and it's sent in all alone. Saved by Tokarski. What a stop as Tanev was looking for. Goal number 7. He's already the man there, and the place would have gone absolutely crazy if he had buried that one. Tokarski did well to keep the lid on this thing. "20 seconds to go in the man advantage, and Buffalo still trying to work their way into some sense of normalcy and setting something up here. Fired into the far boards. Whip back around on the near side. Miller pitches down. Below the goal line in front, and no play there as Sabres player was knocked down in front of the net. That one off of Grubauer goes to the boards, and the Sabres power play is all said and done. We are still scoreless as Geeky's on the puck down in the corner. Schwartz and Eberle come over to help out, and the Sabres can't even get to center. Girgensons with a good stand-up hit on Eberle, and that does free the play up and changes momentum a little bit here for Hinostroza, trying to feed it through the middle. Eberle gets it back on the right side. Sends it across for Schwartz. Working one-on-one against Pezic. Takes it in behind the net. Up to the near point. Turns and fires. Traffic in front. Shot is ripped well wide of the goal. Right in front of the net by Alex Wenberg. That pass back gets outside the zone. It's almost like you're looking for a moment for the Sabres to take a breath here. Eberle. Shot goes wide, trying to go far side. Far point is just whipped by Giordano down below the goal line. That pass back into the slot area. Gathered up by Hinostroza. And Buffalo looking for some tape-to-tape passes. They don't get it there. Kajula turns it over. Here's a break coming down the right side. And it's a pad save by Tokarski. The puck is still loose, and now he holds on as the Sabres and Kraken somehow have remained scoreless.
Sabres and Kraken, no score, 11:35 left in this first period. Great shorthanded opportunity here. This is Johnny Gord going to lay this one right up to Tanev, and he's going in all alone right here. There's a quick shot, glove saved by Tokarski. And then at the other, Alexiak right here, he goes to make that move, loses the puck at the last second. Tokarski's got to get that left pad out and make a big save. And Donnie Granato said this afternoon, he said, in San Jose, our mindset was not good. We were not aggressive. We were way too passive and didn't compete hard enough. And I think he's another good example of that here early in this first period. The Sabres need to turn it up a notch here and match the effort that's being laid out by Seattle right now.
Yeah, there's enough veteran guys in this lineup. You can talk about youth all you want, but there's enough guys that have been around the league that they shouldn't have the road trip bright lights in their minds right now, right? You drop the puck, you go. And that includes the likes of the Hinostrozas and even Bjork for that matter. Sure, it's your first time here, but
it's got nothing to do with
your first rodeo on the road.
It's not your first game. All the games are the same. The players are the same. It's you individually have to get yourself mentally ready to go. And if you're not, hopefully somebody realizes it in the room and they help you get to that point. But right now, it just seems like they're just a one step behind, not quite as aggressive as what we normally like to see.
Yeah, and it's a veteran lineup too. Oh my goodness, Alexiak with a booming hit, knocking down Zemgus Girgensons, and hey, he's only 6'7", 255. Penalty coming up, a hooking call here, but
yeah, big hit, as you said, along the wall. Alexiak.
Buffalo 21, minor penalty for hooking.
That's going to be a hooking call here made. We'll take a look at the hit first here. Watch Alexiak step up on Zemgus Girgensons. Oh, and boom, that was a big, big hit right there. Look, it drops the shoulder right to shoulder, and down he goes. And that's a crushing hit right there. Kyle Post is in the box here. Seattle getting their first opportunity on the power play here tonight. They are 0 for their last 17. They are ranked 30th in the NHL. They got 3 goals on 32 attempts.
Watch their power plays against Edmonton in their last game, Rob. They had a ton of opportunities, but no finish in that particular game. And they got some talent to whip the puck around here and back to the point. You look at guys like Larson, who's been all over power plays. Here's Donato with a shot. That one stopped by Tokarski. 15 seconds into the power play, they work it back to the line again. Larson trying to feed it through. He's got traffic in front. Good play to play it to the wall. And the Sabres with a breakout chance here. And Eakin will just send it down the ice. This Buffalo Sabres penalty kill is brought to you by Rachel's Mediterranean Grill. I love my Rachel's, and you will love your Rachel's too. Awkward entry that time for the Kraken. Sabres send it down the ice. 1:15 to go in the power play. Ryan Donato plays it back. We're halfway through the first period in Seattle. Geekie has it tipped off his stick down below the goal line, where Eberle picks up the battle against Bryson and Miller. All four Seattle players down below the goal line. Now Geekie at the post. Now he too is below the goal line. Two Sabres tying up the puck, so mission accomplished here. Donato kind of reading things, now has gone to the front of the net. Well, that puck still stays on the board. What a job by Bryson and Miller. 34 seconds to go on the man advantage. Now it's back to the line. Giordano. Donato comes to meet the pass, working the right wing wall. He's got his head up, looks cross ice, but a good stick by Bjork to knock that one away as Geekie has to take it off the boards, takes a hit in the process. Geekie gets it back. Donato with open ice and a rolling puck. He's got to corral it right side. 13 to go on the power play. Takes it down to the corner. Bryson hits him. Eberle sends it up. High slot. One-timer far side. Tokarski gets over. And the power play will come to an end for the Kraken. And we stay scoreless. That puck goes out of play with 8:46 to go in the first period. What a job by those two. Bryson and Miller, yes, they deserve a pat on the back for that penalty kill. Stay tuned for the Gerber Collision of the game. That's coming up later in our broadcast. Gerber Collision is now hiring. Please check GerberCareers.com for available positions.
Well, maybe tomorrow, but right now we're going to look at this one. Here's Donato's going to step in. Here's the quick shot. Glove save made there by Tokarski. Keep this one rolling. Geekie steps in right there, the one-timer on the far side, but Tokarski had plenty of time getting across to make that save. Straight now, shots on goal, 5 Seattle, 4 Buffalo. But Tokarski's had to come up strong here.
.936 save percentage coming in, and he's up there with the best in the league to start the season. Sabres win the draw in the offensive zone. Dahlin working the left point. Not a lot of room to work around Donskoy. Thompson's shot goes wide. They'll play it in behind the net where Asplund is given a bump. And the puck is picked up and played along the wall by Alex Wenberg. Sabres quick to it here in the offensive zone on this shift as it's Thompson spinning it back behind the net. Dunn for Schwartz. Got a stick on it to the line but kept in. Thompson throws it down to the corner. Fleury plays it to the far corner. Schwartz gives it back to Fleury, and he'll bring it in the Buffalo zone. Right side. Sends it in the slot. One-timer all alone. And Tokarski, I don't know if he got a piece of that with a glove or not, but that was Jaden Schwartz staring right down the barrel. We stay scoreless. 7:50 to go. First period. Hag to center through the Kraken logo, and he plays it onto the wing, and it's fired in now by Skinner. That takes a interesting bounce off the boards. Everybody will take note of that in a new rink for sure. Around the league for that matter. Quick shot down to a knee there as Kajula let it go, and Grubauer makes the save. Hag with a shot. Nice traffic in front, but it'll be the Kraken to bring it back. And it's Tanev, their Energizer bunny, as he's all the way down and finishing a check on Pezic. Almost got the stick in for a hook there, but he takes it away. Sheahan sends it in front, and the one-timer by Bastian didn't get through. Back to the line. Larson with a shot, and that's swallowed up by Tokarski. He doesn't like Sheahan being around there, touching the stick of Hag and company and getting up on his grill.
Well, they've been all over him all night. He's trying to take a stand here, maybe send a little bit of a message to his group as well that, hey, we got to do a little better job in our own zone. Here's a quick shot right there by the Sabres in the front of the net. And that is Kajula on that one. Here's the shot from Larson from the point. And that's where Sheahan gets in there. And Tokarski jumps up, grabs onto the side of his head, just kind of sends a message, don't touch me, after the save is made. Bobby Sheahan making his way to the box there after being a member of the Buffalo Sabres last season. Teammates.
There's a competitor right there, Dustin Tokarski. You see it every time the way he plays. He's fought for every inch that he's earned in the National Hockey League at this point in his career. And as you see right there, he's not about to give it up. Draw will be to his left. Won by Eakin against Eberle. And that puck's going to get by Giordano. Eakin on the turnover, tried to send it in front. Geekie picks it up. He's got Eberle in the middle of the ice. He takes the pass. Eberle on the right side with some room. Drops it back. Tokarski comes out to meet the shot by Geekie, and then deflects out of play, but Dustin Tokarski with a good challenge there.
Well, as he's been under siege here this first period, great opportunities. I mean, point blank opportunities here. Eberle, great job here waiting for time. He's going to feed this one across to Geekie, and he lets it rip. But you see Tokarski get across, how fast and how big he made himself. He didn't come across all hunched over. He's got his chest straight out, his shoulders up as high as he can, and that's how he gets a piece of that puck, by that high shoulder up and deflecting it away. So very aggressive play by Tokarski.
Kraken win the draw. Tokarski save. The rebound is out there, but it goes down below the goal line. Tanev trying to play it in behind the net. Now it's Järnkrok battling against Butcher. Bjork plays it to the wing. The Sabres, Hayden throws it down the wall. In behind the Kraken goal with 6.5 to go in the opening period. No score. Over comes Hayden looking for a hit on Alexiak. That's a big partner to ask for. Alexiak and Hayden. And I'm talking big. I already mentioned how big, 6'7", 255. And all he has to do is fall on him. Hayden did not hesitate.
Yeah, Alexiak, as you said, very big guy, and if you ever had a chance to stand with him down along the ice, you'd understand how big this man really is. And here we are right along the wall. There's the hit right there by Hayden on Alexiak. So give him a little push. Hayden comes up. He was the interested party. And Alexiak accomplished. He just said, yep, let's go. There they go, the two of them. Alexiak got a couple punches in. That's about it. That's not much for Hayden along in that fight. But it's taking a stand, and I think that's the big thing. The big hit by Alexiak over on the side on Zemgus Girgensson earlier in this period, and Hayden just giving a little push back here, just letting everybody know that's not going to happen.
So Seattle is on the power play. The extra penalty given to, as you saw with Hayden heading across.
Now look at this place, Dan. It's packed. Yeah, you got extra two for instigating in that fight right there. So Sabres got a 2-minute kill here. Seattle 0 for 1 on the power play so far here tonight. And I'm having a conversation with the trainer. He was hit by a puck in warm-up and went off and did not finish warm-up, but he is out for the game.
Eberle, Schwartz, and Järnkrok over on that far side. You have Donato on the near side and the Captain Giordano. So that's the power play that starts here for Seattle. And they win the draw. Play, though, kept on the board. Giordano at the line. This is Donato. Tries to go back to Giordano. He does a good job. Gord. Donato. Giordano back to Donato. He retrieves that off the wall. Down to the goal line. Eberle taking a look. Yanni Gord was drifting down, hoping for maybe a little one-time for the far side. It wasn't there. Sabres took the lane away. Up top for Giordano. There's a shot off the backboards and a good read by Mark Pezic to get to that puck first. Seattle keep possession, though, with 1:17 still to go in this kill for Buffalo. No score first period. Giordano for Donato, near circle with a shot. Rebound is there. It's kicked away to the boards. Good hard stick that by Kyle Pozo.
Yeah, that puck hit Eberle in front of the net, Dan. That shot, and it stung him. And you see him making his way to the bench right now, but that puck did not even get through to the net.
Giordano with the drop back taken away by the positioning of Kajula. Donskoy with a spin at center. It's into the Buffalo zone in the slot. That puck is directed to the corner. 42 to go in the man advantage for Seattle. And the puck is lifted down the ice by Buffalo. Pinston will play it to the wing. Wenberg for Geekie, back to Wenberg. 25 to go as they set up behind the Buffalo net. But here comes Miller again along with Bryson. They did this just a few moments ago and took a good 20 seconds off of a power play. Not so much this time, but the play still kept to the outside. And Dunn will not be able to keep that pass back to the line in the zone. Grubauer whips it up to Dunn quickly so they can get back into the zone. 4 to go in the power play. Dunn up top. Wenberg off to the left, takes the pass. Wenberg cross ice, one-timer, scores. Geekie let the shot go for the far circle. And the Kraken open the scoring here with 4:18 remaining in the first period.
Now Geekie's going to get a second goal of the year, and it was an excellent shot. And you just cannot continue to give this many great opportunities to this team. It doesn't matter who they are. They're going to find a way to put one in eventually. And that's exactly what happened right here for Geekie on the far left side of the net. And just work this puck down. Wenberg fires this across. It got touched by the Sabres, but not enough right there. You got Donskoy in front of the net being the screen, the quick pass across. And that is the first time that Tokarski could not get from post to post in time to make that save. And maybe has something to do with the amount of work he's had to do in this first period. It's only 8 shots that Seattle has put on net, but it's been an awful lot of work for Tokarski battling in front.
Kraken will break it out of their own zone. Larson plays it to the wing. Bastian puts one right on. Tokarski sets that rebound right out into the danger zone in front of the net, and it's cleared down the ice.
And Donnie Granato talked, Dan, this afternoon about the hesitation in the Sabres game the last couple of nights. And I think you're seeing that here a little bit too. They're just kind of one step behind. They're watching instead of being the aggressor that they were for the first 3 games here in this building. He said, just seems like we've got on the road and now we're hesitating. We're watching a little too much. We're one step behind. And when you're playing these teams, you can't allow them. You can get away with it, a handful of times in a game, but not shift after shift after shift. Eventually, they're going to find a way to put the puck in the net.
Seattle on the puck again off the draw. Here's Dunn with a shot. That is saved by Tokarski. Comes out far side. It'll come back to Dunn again. High slot area. He'll play it back to the line. Dunn receives it again. Right circle. Cross ice pass. It was there again. And right in front. The bang away at it. It's loose. Sent behind the net. The referee lost sight. The puck was free. And Tokarski is pretzeled on the ice as he slowly picks himself back up. What a first period for Dustin Tokarski. He is battling the Kraken. They'll have a 1-0 lead. A 1-0 Seattle late in the first. There's 1 day left to enter to win a Buffalo Sabres prize pack exclusively. The Sabres mobile app. The prize pack includes the Sabres jersey, quarter zip, and signed puck. Download the Sabres app on the App Store or Google Play and enter today.
Seattle having their way in the Sabres zone here. Watch this one in front. Here's Tanev. 1, 2, 3. Almost 4 whacks before somebody actually comes in and helps bail him out a little bit. There's Thompson coming in over the top, grabbing onto him. Dahlin's already down, but we've talked about Tokarski. He has had to battle here in the first period. Even though he's only faced 13 shots, it's been a fight all night.
His teammates in front of him have mustered only 5. Here's another shot. Donskoy ripped that wide. Wenberg after it. Kajula to center. It's a dump and chase for the Sabres. And Fleury with good positioning gets there first. Played it up the wall. Buffalo able to pinch and keep it in, and at the line, Kajula does well to play it for Hinostroza down deep. Looking out front. Nobody in front of the net yet. Now the bodies are there as it's back to the line for Pezic. Hag will send it down the wall. Pass into the slot is picked off. And now it'll be Schwartz to get it to the line, but not out. Hinostroza kept it in. He throws it down towards the goal and in the corner. Kajula for Cousins. Sends it to the corner. Hinostroza back to Cousins. He's behind the net. Set it in front, and that gets by everybody, but it's held in at the point. Pezic across for Hag. Sabres moving the puck around, but the amount of movement off puck has slowed a little bit compared to what we've seen in previous games. As Buffalo changes here with 2:06 to go in the opening period. Only down a goal, though. Cody Eakin takes the shot. Grubauer makes that save 100 times out of 100.
Yeah, that's not much for Grubauer to have to worry about. That 6th shot on net for the Buffalo Sabres in this game, but They've got to find a way here to get themselves rolling a little bit. They have not really had one excellent shift in the offensive zone where they've dominated, where they've hemmed Seattle in. They've got to get to that. That's their game, and they're not been able to get that rolling here yet. Tonight, they've got to find a shift. It's going to take somebody. This line could be the line that you could get down there, a little experience. These guys pay that big price and just try to change momentum here a little bit, because right now it's all in favor of Seattle.
Bryson tipped it away from Bastian. It comes right back to those two down to the corner. Cody Eakin's backhand pass is picked off. McCormick trying to play it off the wall. Eakin banks it to the point, but it's kept in by Sheahan. Thrown down to the corner. Bastian kind of waved at it. Now McCormick plays it up. Larson working off the right side with a minute and a half to go. Sends it back down to the goal line. Sabres get it back. Eakin's pass this time ahead. Finds Kyle Pozo. He'll get to the red line and flip it down the boards. Trying to work on Giordano. A couple of well-respected veterans on that rush, but the Sabres force back. No icing on the play. And Butcher from behind the net. Yarncroke and Tanev out there along with Yanni Gourde. As Fleury plays into the corner. Jeremy Lauzon on the far side, able to whip it down the ice, and Tanev is going to get down there first with a minute to go in the period. Butcher pokes it up the wall, but that's read by the Kraken. Yarncroke trying to play it back to the point. Good pressure by Tage Thompson and Rasmus Asplund. Now Thompson has the puck come to him outside the Seattle blue line. Getting the zone with Asplund. Pass was behind him. 33 seconds to go in the period. Yanni Gourde with a touch pass into the slot. That's almost taken away from Yarncroke. Now Gourde at center. In over the line. Drops for Tanev. Looking for a lane, and it's a good stick by Butcher that forces that shot wide. Now it's cleared to the wall near side. 17 to go in the period. Back to the line for a shot. That one fired by Larson. Another shot from the far side off the stick of Eberle, who's come off the bench. Yanni Gourde battling with Dahlin. Dahlin blocks the second pass attempt out. 3 seconds to go. Vince Dunn at the line sends it to the crowd, and it's blocked by Thompson. And an exhausting end to the first period for Buffalo.
Great job by Tokarski in that period. He kept the Buffalo Sabres in this game, only giving up the one goal. But the Sabres need to start winning some battles. They got to get back on the attack the puck more than what they were able to do in that first period. And right now, it just looks like Seattle wants this game more. Sabres got to turn it up a notch.
Seattle's a beautiful place, but at some point you have to stop looking at its beauty and focus on the task at hand. I feel like, Marty, as we welcome you into the Seneca Sports Lounge, Buffalo looked a little bit like tourists there in the first period.
They did a lot of watching. And when you watch and don't react, and you give Seattle all this ice to make plays, and it feels like you are playing back when you're with your buddies on the pond, and all of a sudden you have the puck and you see all these passing lanes and all these openings to be able to skate in. And I mean, Jamie Alexiak gets a breakaway. This is a guy, as you know, Dan and Razor talked about. He's a big man. He's a defenseman. Shouldn't be going on a breakaway like that. And he gets a breakaway. There's so many guys for Seattle that are given free opportunities right now, and it's not going well for the Sabres.
No, and it's on the heels of very strong words from Don Granato, both after the last game against San Jose and going into tonight, as to what he wanted, and that was reverting back to the way Buffalo was playing. Now, within the game, obviously there are moments that you hope can maybe galvanize the group. You don't like to be on the wrong end of it like Zemgus Girgensons, but he survived.
Yeah, it's a big hit by Alexiak. Look at Girgensons. He sees him coming, but didn't realize that how big and strong and thick Alexiak may be. And then Hayden goes after Alexiak, drops the gloves. He's given, actually, the game sheet says a 2-minute roughing penalty and then a 5-minute fighting. So it wasn't an instigator penalty. There's a roughing penalty. I don't know if I buy that, but still, like, now I'm all good when a teammate comes and want to help out. I don't love it when it's after a clean hit, like it was on Girgensons. It's not a cheap shot, and it's 0-0 in a game, in a period where nothing's happening. So I see what Hayden is thinking. I got to wake up my guys. But you end up taking a penalty. Not his fault. I didn't think it was warranted, a roughing penalty. But I still think you want to wait a little bit longer and say, okay, let's get ourselves out of this, and then I'll address it. But obviously Hayden is here for a reason, and he wanted to make his mark. Just so happened that at the end of the power play, the Seattle Kraken scored their goal.
Yeah, which seemed inevitable, because of the shot attempts, the zone time. The only thing that was preventing it was Dustin Tokarski. What a period.
What a period for Dustin Tokarski. We can show you saves, but in all of these saves, look at the movement left to right, right to left. These breakaways. Tanev on a shorthanded breakaway. This was not good. There's Alexiak on a breakaway. He actually showed some moves, lost the puck. There was guys coming down the middle of the slot untouched. That's Morgan Geekie early on the power play. He got the one-timer. And look at, when I talk about passing lane, even though this shot was on net right there, there was so many passing lane across to be open. It's almost like if I'm the Seattle coaching staff right now, I'm telling everybody, don't just shoot the puck. We had, Seattle had 14 shots on goal and a lot of good scoring chances, but there's a better play to be made because those lanes are open, especially in front of Tokarski. There's always a dark jersey open in front of the net, and they should obviously look for them. So hopefully the Buffalo Sabres can adjust because it wasn't pretty in the defensive zone that period.
No, and more than a 2-to-1 shot attempt ratio in Seattle's favor. Now, inside the numbers that are becoming more and more mainstream across the NHL, our Seneca storyline tonight.
Yeah, and it's interesting. You look at Ryan Donato, 3 minutes and 13-second shift. Okay, so he was on the ice for a minute. There was a penalty. There was a commercial break. He's on the ice for 2 minutes after that, so it results in 3 minute 13 shifts. But he wasn't on for that long, working really hard. Maximum speed, skate speed of a player, 22 miles an hour by Bastian and Dahlin. 37 seconds of puck possession. That's the highest number. Now, a lot of that was, Dahlin in the defensive zone. We saw him hanging on to the puck, coming back behind his net, hanging on to the puck. So I'm not saying that it's a bad number. It's just not in the offensive zone where you want to have the puck on your stick.
Right, and when it was on the power play for Buffalo, it resulted in no shots on goal. The Sabres' opportunity was not ideal, but there's a couple of great Sabre goaltender names, all due respect, Marty, in franchise history, and Dustin Tokarski has been Buffalo's story so far tonight. Back into the Seneca Sports Lounge, 200 level here at KeyBank Center. At Climate Pledge Arena, it's 1-0 right now in favor of the home side. So Buffalo's got some work to do, not just because of the score, but because of how that first period went. Marty, that first period went pretty well for you when it comes to Predict the Sabres, presented by Seneca Resorts and Casinos.
I didn't even look, but I got to get my second period's pick. So let's remind myself at the commercial to go into it.
Well, Bertie says you're number one, baby.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you see how quick they moved off of it?
Yeah, I know, but I'm right there in red, so everybody's highlighting my performance here. I think, you know what I got? I got the amount of face-offs, I think, or the first
opening face-off.
Opening face-off. I think I may have got that one.
Yeah, I've been really bad on opening face-offs of late, but I will say this. Buffalo's at 47% right now, which doesn't sound great, but it's better than they've been. They have plummeted to 31st in the league on face-offs. This is becoming a story for Buffalo that they need to fix. Now, your story, and I think everybody's story in that first period from a Sabre standpoint, Dustin Tokarski. What was it that you loved about this particular play?
So Dustin Tokarski made a nice one-time save on Morgan Geekie a few minutes before giving up that goal. And I'll show you the difference. So there's a lot of passing lanes available right now for Seattle. But why Tokarski made the save earlier in the period is because the Sabres were able to keep the puck from the middle of the ice to out, as opposed from right to left all the way across. Those are extremely hard for the goaltender to move across and seal off and make the save. So even though this is a bad clip when you look at the Sabres and the room that's open for Seattle, will show you the difference and why this save was easier for Dustin Tokarski to make. So the Sabres are on the penalty kill. Obviously, we're going to roll the play here, and they've got 4 guys down low. Obviously, you're not going to commit. And things are going to open up at the top of the formation. But so you see the Sabres have 4 guys down low over here. The play is going to go from Giordano to Geekie. But the difference here is because it is staying on the same side of the ice over there, so it allows Tokarski to come out. Watch Tokarski in net. He's going to push over and come out to the top of the blue line right here. He read that, and he's pushing over, butterfly slide, but he's already outside of the blue. The difference between that save and the goal, if you recall the goal, he's very much more on the goal line against the post when Geekie shoots it to the short side. Why? Because it's going from the extreme left to the extreme right, and not from the middle to the one side. So if you're you're going to allow a one-timer or a pass, allow it from a short distance, not from boards to board. Way too hard to defend that way.
14-6, the shots in favor of Seattle, which 14 is obviously on the high side. Keep in mind, though, Seattle going into action tonight around the NHL, second fewest shots allowed per game at only 26.5. So Buffalo's going to have to work a lot harder to get more than that 6 shots they have. Morgan Geekie with his second from Wenberg and Dunn just after the power play came to an end. Seattle emerges from the first with a 1-goal lead.
This is what I just pointed out with Tokarski. It's harder to defend that board-to-board pass with the one-timer. Don't have to be Alex Ovechkin when it's coming on your tape like this. You can shoot it. It's in the back of the net.
Marty said the zone time might be in Buffalo's favor because when they were in the offensive zone, they just didn't shoot. So it maybe didn't seem like they were in possession as much as they were.
And Seattle's 244. That's because when they came in, they had a breakaway or a 2-on-1, and they didn't have the puck on their stick in the offensive zone a lot, but it was for a great chance.
Marty, this is pretty concerning from a Sabres standpoint, the opportunities they're allowing the opposition, especially in this case, an expansion team in Seattle. What has to change here?
Okay, so every time, excuse me, and I'm not saying like it happened 12 times, but it happened 4 or 5 times where the Sabres got the puck in front of their own net, and instead of going north, they go south. They go behind their own net slowly, and then you create a chance where you turn the puck over and Seattle attacks right away. So that's what has to change. You know, north-south game is only great if you go north. You can't go south, and the Sabres went south too many times.
All right, Dan and Razor with period 2.
Second period replays are brought to you by your Western New York GMC dealers. We are professional grade. Dustin Tokarski had to be professional grade. Guys talking about that goal from Morgan Geekie, and not watching every Seattle Kraken game, but that's what this team does. They go board to board with a lot of passes. They're trying to catch you on that back door, and hey, they had it happen to them against the Edmonton Oilers, who were flying all over them the other night. So the Sabres will see if they can't fix some of their issues from that first 20 minutes. And it's a 1-0 hockey game here as Buffalo goes from left to right in the second period. Puck over the boards here in the first 13 seconds.
I think you're right, Dan. They got an opportunity here. Yeah, they did not get to a good start. Bad start in that first period, but only down 1. And 1 goal in this league anymore means nothing. So they have a second period here to come out and recoup what they didn't do, get themselves back on track, and start taking this game over a little bit or being a little more competitive.
Cody Eakin, nice forward play off the draw, takes it right into the slot area. Kyle Pozo there as well. It's whipped along the boards by Girgensons. Will come all the way down the ice, courtesy of the Sabres themselves. So back after it is Butcher in behind the net. Rasmus Dahlin lost it. Sheahan along with McCormick, who sends it cross ice. Well, he's saying that a lot tonight, as we did in the first period. Right in front, Tokarski forced to make a save, and that all happened after a bobble there by 26 on the wall. And Marty just spoke about that, just getting the puck moving.
Well, that's the thing, and we pointed it out once along the wall. The Sabres in their first period, they got the puck on the hash marks, and instead of getting your feet moving and heading north up the ice, you started looking for somebody to make a play too. Instead of taking that time and space, and then evaluating what your options are. Too many times when you get it, you kind of stand there. That allows the opposition to get in on top of you. Get the puck, get your feet moving, then start to decide what's going to happen with the puck as you're moving up the ice.
Here's a strip after the Sabres thought they were skating it out. Miller had to take it away, but now at the blue line, it'll be sent into the Kraken zone by Skinner, who waits at the point, turns, tried to fire it in, look out, there's a lead pass for Gord. One man back, Bryson, and the shot stopped by Tokarski. As Bryson kept him to the outside for that shot at the very least.
He did all he could do right there. He realized Yanni Gord had the puck in the position he did with a pass right up through the middle here. Watch this, bang, right to him. And Bryson come across. He didn't over pursue him. He didn't come across and try to eliminate him because Yanni Gord would have tried to step around him. So he stays with him, get that stick out there and force him to take that shot from a distance. And the goaltender should be able to stop that one easily, as he did.
Lazan from Schwartz after the faceoff win by Seattle. Now lead pass, looking for a break. That didn't connect with Kajula. And Seattle will start with Lauzon again to center. Buffalo stepping up at the red line that time, trying to slow Seattle down at least towards the Buffalo line. Haig from the corner. Again carried back into the Buffalo zone, and then a missed pass on the boards. And Pezic does well to stay with it. Hinostroza flips it in behind the defense. Larson had Cousins tied up. Now Schwartz will drop it back. And Lauzon going side to side with Larson as the Kraken then send it down the ice, and Jordan Eberle won't be able to turn the Jets on to get that one in time, although he thinks he did.
Yeah, and he's still arguing with the lines, but nevertheless, it's not going to happen. It's coming back down into the Kraken zone here for the face-off. And you're starting to see the Kraken a little more here, looking for that long lead pass, trying to catch the Sabres. I think the Sabres' mindset of, yeah, let's put a little more pressure on them. Seattle realizes that. They're looking for that long pass, trying to stretch things out a little bit. Sabres have to be aware of that. Be careful nobody gets in behind.
Lauzon's got his man pinned against the boards down there in the Seattle end. Schwartz will bring it up ice, left wing to center, and he'll dump it into the Buffalo zone. In behind the net, Eberle takes his man down, reaching for the puck. Kraken on the far wall, looking to keep it in. Donato sends it below the goal line. Eberle kicks it to his stick. Back to Donato with a shot, saved by Tokarski. Donato's got the rebound. Tokarski again. The puck is still loose. Kraken get it to the front of the net again, but no shot this time, and it's cleared out near center, and now racing after it is Asplund, trying to split the D, or at least draw a penalty. In the corner, he's got men going to the net here. It's backhanded right on net, and Grubauer might have got a piece of that one as it's tipped to the corner. Skinner out there as it's back to the line for Miller. He fires, and that one deflects off the stick. Grubauer steers it to the corner. And Seattle fans already very well versed at how to cheer on every save by Philip Grubauer, as the Kraken are going to ice the puck this time. 16:48 to go in the second.
Now some good chances here at both ends. Finally, the Sabres getting a little pressure on Grubauer. Here's Eberle coming out of the corner. Here's Donato with a quick shot right there. The first save, he stays with it. Takes the second shot. Darcy does a nice job tracking that one. There's the first one, leaving the rebound out there, hoping that Asplund was able to hang on to it. The second one, he gobbles it up a little better.
Miller's shot from the line off the draw. Geekie in the corner. Fleury looks for a way out. He tips it. Donato, nice tip to center. It's Gord, but Sabres back in good position. Flips it right on. Tokarski wants to keep it rolling. He does. He tosses it to the corner. Bryson, though, in a battle for it now against Wenberg. Here's Schwartz. Plays it down to the goal line. Came right back to him, and an arm saved by Tokarski. Penalty coming up here.
Yeah, Vinny Hinostroza is going to the box here. See him making his way over right now. The referee going to make the call.
Buffalo, number 29, minor penalty, tripping.
Tripping call to Hinostroza. Seattle going to go back to the power play for the third time. Watch Hinostroza right here. Just gets his stick in between the legs of Schwartz. And as he kept skating through, just kind of spun him around, took his feet out from underneath him. So Seattle for the third time here going to the power play. 0 for 2.
McCann with a couple of power play goals. Tanev with one.
Yeah, Sabres penalty kills fantastic too on this trip. They're 9 for 10 on the trip, Dan.
And we've seen how hard that penalty kill worked earlier tonight in one instance with Bryson and Miller down on the boards. Kraken win the faceoff. Donskoy plays it to the boards, and at the blue line it will not be kept in. But Dunn gets back ahead of Kyle Pozo. And the 25-year-old from Mississauga, Ontario drops it back. And now it'll be brought to center ice. Wenberg on the wing. Geekie sends it right to the slot. Donskoy stopped by Tokarski.
Yeah, Donskoy with another great opportunity in this hockey game. This one on the power play, coming right in on the slot area. This little chip pass. Geekie right there, and the puck is just kind of swung out by Pezic there as he was trying to feed it out. And as he tries to clear it, puts it right on the blade of Donskoy's stick. And he steps right in. In that case right there, you would expect to see Pezic push that puck down low or keep it to the outside, not kind of swat it aimlessly into the middle of the ice.
Giordano back after it. 1:25 to go on the penalty kill for Buffalo. They trail it 1-0. 15:42 remaining in the second period. The drop back. And Yanni Gourde will carry it down the right side. Offside they go. Yarncroke and company a little bit ahead of the play. Linesman all over that one.
Yeah, maybe it's not a bad thing taking penalties on these guys because this power play has not been very good here on 3 opportunities so far here tonight. And it's ranked 30th in the NHL.
And Dave Hackstall has that look. He says, look, I've got some guys who can play out there, but they're just not getting on the same page.
Yeah, it's going to take time for this team because you've got guys from all different backgrounds, all different teams, and it's going to take a few games before they actually gel together. In a power play situation like this, you can practice all you want, but these guys are used to doing one thing, and it's going to take some time for them to break those habits.
100%. Even Jordan Eberle. Each guy had a role on really good power plays with other teams, and they had some really A-grade power play players on their clubs, and now they're called on to be that guy. At the line, this is Giordano. Of course, he's quarterback many a power play. Shot stopped by Tokarski again off the stick of Yarncroke.
Hey, Yarncroke right on the face-off dot. He's going to release this one after the feed from Giordano. There he is with a quick shot. And luckily, Eberle in front moved at the last second. But Tokarski's able to see that one come through. If he had stayed there, might have been a totally different situation on that shot coming through, but Tokarski's able to see it, makes the save.
Yarncroke still looking for his first point with the Kraken. There's Donskoy. Turns at the blue line. Vince Dunn takes the pass. Donskoy will set up in the middle of the Sabres box. The pass to him is up in the air, and it's cleared down the ice. .17 to go in the power play for Seattle. Geekie with the drop back. Wenberg carries, gains the zone. Geekie left side. Back to the line. Dunn holds it. Some open space on the far side. Geekie in the corner. Power play's over for the Kraken. So the Sabres have killed this one. They still trail it 1-0. And Schwartz in behind the net. Pozo almost took it away. Hag can't clear. Wenberg from the corner for Donskoy. Good read by Pozo. That'll start the breakout here for Buffalo. Pozo in the slot with a shot. That doesn't get through. The rebound. He fires wide over on that far blocker side. Donskoy, the blue line into center, will be carried in by Fleury, the defenseman. That will signal a change for the Kraken. Tanev out there now. Tage Thompson. Up to center, long reach, making his way in with a shot, scores!
Now that's a big goal right there for the Buffalo Sabres. And Tage Thompson's going to get his 3rd goal of the year. And it was a really nice individual effort here for him to get his way into that area to take the shot. Here he is working his way up through the neutral zone. Steps around one man. Here he is contested. Got 4 guys right on him, 2 behind him, 1 in front of him. And he's still able to get that shot off and beat Grubauer short side, just inside the post. But look at that quick release. Look at that shot. It was a cannon going in there. And it beats Grubauer. And with 13:33 left in this second, they tie it at 1. That is a huge goal for the Sabres. Take a little pressure off.
Tage rocks the cage with 13:33 to go in the second, and the drop of the puck at center ice. Sabres with possession. We'll see if this helps Buffalo turn the Jets on, because this guy's got his Jets going all night. Look at Tanev again on the wall. Yarncroke for Tanev in the corner. He'll play it back to the line. That shot is well wide of the Buffalo net. Gourde racing after it. Tanev on the wall, watched by Cousins. Tanev spins it back to the point. Larson moves after the pass. Gourde at the line. This is Lauzon. Larson down in the corner. Here's Gourde trying to wrap around, and Dustin Tokarski. What a stop at the far post. And dust that one off. And yes, Tage to the cage for the Sabres. And tying the game at 1.
Sabres Kraken tied at 1. 12:53 left in the second period. Watch this save right here. Yanni Gourde going around the net. Tokarski it's side to side. Gets that left pad to the post, flat on the ice. Yanni Gourde not able to tuck that one in on the wraparound. Rasmus Asplund, 3 goals, 3 assists for 6 points, and he's extended it to a 5-game point streak after getting an assist on the Tage Thompson goal here in this second period.
And of course, with that solid play and consistent play by Asplund, shouldn't be any surprise that coming off that game in San Jose, played 21 minutes and 35 seconds, a season high for him this year. And he's going to see more of those minutes, right, Razor, if he keeps playing this consistently.
No, that's right. You know, Donnie Granato is ecstatic with what this guy has brought to the team. The consistency and this line has kind of really came together. He's had good chemistry with Tage Thompson and Olsen when he has played. So, yeah, that's going to lead to plenty more opportunities for this guy if he can just keep it up.
Will Butcher put Geekie on his keister there along the boards. Butcher picks up the puck. Well, right in front of the net, but it did find the stick of Bjork as he gets to center. And then offside is Ruotsalainen. If you want to hear what the Sabres coach is indeed thinking about Rasmus Asplund and others on this team, tune into WGR every Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. Don Granato joins Howard and Jeremy for his only weekly radio appearance. Don Granato Tuesdays at 8 a.m. on the home of the Buffalo Sabres, WGR Sports Radio 550.
I think you'd be a little more happy with the effort here in the second period, not only because they scored a goal, but they just seemed like they got a little more jump in their legs here and being a little more aggressive in this second period that they weren't in the first.
Back on the attack. Shot by Skinner goes wide. Asplund sends it around. Thompson takes it on the far boards. Lauzon closing the gap on him quickly. Thompson almost with a pickoff there, but it's played by Donskoy into the Buffalo zone, then back to Donskoy, but it's in his skates. Can't get to it. Now this Skinner to center ice. Joining the rush, Hag. Pass off a skate right back to him. He fires it wide. It's off the end boards, but it didn't come back towards the net. Thompson's going to the bench. Kraken now with Schwartz reaching for it from his knees. He picks it up, and then back at the line, it's broken up. Skinner's going to stay out here along with Eakin as they break 2-on-1. Eakin for Skinner, can't get it across. Good defensive play that time by Hayden Fleury. Buffalo on the puck again, and that was just about to go offside, but Kyle Pozo didn't get it in over the line, so Cody Eakin is okay in that instance. Right wing, Opozo sends it across, waiting for it off the boards, but it takes not the best angle there for Eakin. And now the Kraken trying to make their way back. We got a whistle behind the play here.
Yeah, kind of everybody would.
I thought I saw somebody's stick get in there late.
Cody Eakin's going to the box for tripping here, so Seattle going back to the power play for the 4th time in this game. Sabres won so far. And Seattle over 3 on the power play in this game, but I don't think you really want to continue to give them opportunities, because eventually they're going to figure something out or get lucky. And after tying this game up, you just don't want to give back the lead there. 2 of them just on a unneeded play.
No, you're right, and the numbers eventually will catch up. 0 for 3 against Edmonton. You mentioned 0 for 3. At some point, they're going to put one up. You don't want it to be now. Penalty kills done well, as you mentioned earlier. Let's see if they can do it again. This is Jarnkrok working off the left boards. Up top, Giordano right at the line. Sends one through that deflects off of Eberle, but wide. Battle along the wall. Now Giordano sends it to the far side of the ice. Giordano reaching for it. Good sticks, breaking it up for Buffalo here, and it's cleared back into the Seattle zone.
The thing too, Dan, is you're taking this many penalties in the last game of a road trip. It's only certain guys kill penalties. You're going to be taxing these guys because they're killing all these penalties in this game at the end of a road trip when, you know, energy levels could be a little lower than normal. So you don't want to get yourself in a jackpot that way either.
Backhanded down the ice with 1:12 to go in the penalty kill. Vince Dunn, a couple of moves and then a drop back. Kyle Pozo holding his ground. Anders Bjork as well, as Schwartz will drop it back for Dunn. One-timer coming, and Geekie fired that one. It either deflected or just got away from him. Either way, it went high. Kraken will try it left side. Geekie trying to feather it through for Schwartz. Can't get to it. Sabres won't clear though. Some room on the far side. Wenberg with a shot. Stopped by Tokarski with 39 to go in the Kraken power play.
Well, once again, this Kraken power play is having difficulties creating that great opportunity. They have good control of the pucks, moving it around, but that's one of the better shot selections they've made. Wenberg stepping in there, the quick shot. Tokarski making the glove save and then corrals the puck back into his body. Right now, Seattle 25 shots, the Sabres 8. The Sabres have only generated 2 shots in the second period, but they have scored a goal.
Puck cleared down the ice. 27 to go in the power play. And Donskoy will carry, lay it off as he continues up ice to center. Wenberg, long-time Columbus Blue Jacket last year with Florida, gains the zone. Vince Dunn at the line with a shot. A lot of traffic in front. Rebound is whacked wide by Schwartz. Now Wenberg for Geekie. He's got Seattle's goal tonight. That's going to pop up into the air. Gergensons gets a glove on it and sends it out to center. 1-1 game. 8:45 to go in the second period. Sabres get their change completed. Skinner, Asplund, and Thompson onto the ice. Tanev taken out of the lane by Dahlin. Bastian trying to center. Skinner intercepts. Quick pass for Dahlin. He stops just inside the line and plays it back. Butcher fires it in. Behind the Seattle goal, comes all the way around the near boards. Larson waiting for it. Far corner, banked off the boards and out. Really the first moments of any kind of lull in this game, as Seattle came out on fire just all over this game, and they only come away with a 1-0 lead, and the Sabres are allowed to tie the game. So this is the type of game the Sabres now want to maybe start to take over here, with Seattle kind of slowing down here for these couple of minutes. They get it deep into Seattle territory. McCormick gets it back. Cross ice, bobbled pass, but then played to center, but it's in skates. Jarnkrok can't advance. Lazan. McCormick lays it off. That's off the outside of the post. Tokarski's not quite sure. He's afraid to move right there, the way this night's going. Taking a quick peek behind him. You're all good, Dustin. Still 1-1 with 7:20 to go in the second.
7:20 left in this second period. The penalty kill for the Sabres this year, very good. Tonight, 4 for 4, 6 shots allowed. And on the season, they are 25 for 28, and that is an 89.3% rate, and that is very good.
Yeah, they've crept their way up past a couple of teams and trailing the likes of Carolina, Pittsburgh, and St. Louis. That's it. So they're amongst the top 4 in this moment of the night.
Yeah, and their best penalty killer here tonight, Dawson Katarski. He's doing a great job.
This is Hayden at center. Alexiak tries a hit on him there. Those two had a brief dust up back in the first period. And it's backhanded back in by Hayden. Grubauer leaves it at the side of the net. Alexiak quickly plays the puck. Sabres though back in the neutral zone to pick it up as Bjork. And then Miller trying to handle the hot potato. Sabres throw it up the wall and they'll bring it out. Hayden, end of a shift there as he dumps it in. Change for Buffalo. Giordano sensing that, sends it all the way down the ice. That gets by everybody though. They were trying a little quick hit with the Buffalo Sabres changing. Buffalo Sabres, well, they'll be back in action at KeyBank Center for Val James Night this Saturday, November 6th. Be there to celebrate his contributions to the game when the team takes on the Detroit Red Wings at 7 p.m. Tickets are available at sabres.com/tickets. Get yours today.
Now, Val James, a wonderful guy. I've had the opportunity over the years to get to know Val. I'll tell you, very sincere, gentle man that played a very hard game. And sometimes you look at guys that play that way and you think, oh, that's the way they are all the time. Val is one of those guys that's totally opposite.
Sabres tip it into Seattle territory. It's in behind the goal. Played around the boards. Jarnkrok boxes out, and now it's Tanev at center. He makes one move. Tanev working on 6 goals. And he had himself a first period couple of opportunities. Jarnkrok gets it back on the steal, sends it around. Tanev will scamper over after it. He'll let loose there for Lauzon, who pitches down for the point. Now it's Jarnkrok. A little give and go from the point. Walking in, Tanev can't handle the pass. Lauzon and Larson, the defensive pair. That one's golfed towards the net from the slot. Yanni Gourde trying to turn it back down. Taken away by Thompson, then it's stolen from him. Asplund steps in to help out, gets it outside the line. Rapid keep possession, working on the right side. Here's Lauzon. Turns, fires a shot that Tokarski made the save. Don't know if he expected that one, as Lauzon looked to be just maybe trying to find a lane to put that puck down in the corner, but he put it right on the Buffalo goaltender, who made the stop to keep it at 1-1. 5:12 to go in the period. Second frame. This is Donskoy from the side of the net, far corner, sends it to the goal, but it's kicked away. Dunn gives it back to him. Donskoy looks here for Schwartz at the near dot. Schwartz back to Hayden. Schwartz again. Still on this left board. Donskoy against Dahlin. Short pass ahead. And Hayden Fleury will go back inside his own blue line. Whip it up the wall left side. That's trapped by Wenberg. Schwartz now will carry it. All the way down to the corner. Caggiula stays with him. Bastian's hanging around the space in front of the net. Now it comes over to meet the play. Dunn whips it across. Far point. Hayden Fleury continues his moves all the way down to the near corner. Into the slot. Schwartz, no shot. Passed it off to the far side for Wenberg instead. He was in a grade A scoring spot. Veteran player. Don't have to tell him that. But he elected the pass, and the Sabres are able to get it out to center, but not past the red line. Kraken shoot it right back in. Here comes Bastian in a hurry, followed up by McCormick, and a hit from behind by McCormick.
Yeah, this is Butcher down on the ice. He got hit hard.
So as Butcher gets up, the Sabres will go on to the power play, see if they can't take the lead in Seattle.
Sabres and Kraken tied at 1. 3:50 left in the second period. Will Butcher getting himself back together after McCormick cross-check right here into the wall. And he's going to get a boarding call right here. It comes across right into the numbers. That's a dangerous spot. He's about 2-3 feet from the wall. It's very hard to control yourself going into that wall. Unfortunately, Will Butcher's able to get up and continue to play here. But Sabres going to the power play for the second time in this game. 0 for 1. And the Seattle Kraken, they've given up 1 goal in their last 5 games. They are 9 for 10 on the penalty kill.
Face-off won by Buffalo. Ruotsalainen will play it back to the line for Rasmus Dahlin. Tage Thompson over at the far circle. He's pressured. Skinner whips it along the boards near side. Ruotsalainen down to the corner. It's it back again is Asplund. He's pinned against the wall there by Riley Sheahan. Then Skinner's given a shove from behind. He's knocked down in front of the crowd. Puck comes free, and Donskoy will get enough of it to send it down the ice. And we got a whistle behind the play again.
Yeah, I think a player of Seattle went into the net. And I'm not sure if it knocked the net off or not. Yeah, they're putting the net back on. As they come out of the corner, got tangled up and ran into the side of the net there, knocked it off its moorings, and the referee's got to go put it back on. Or Grubauer.
Face-off just outside the blue line. Tage Thompson against Yanni Gourde. Under a minute and a half remaining in the power play for Buffalo. 1-1 game, 3:15 to go, and that puck is fired right out of play. Seattle trying to sell that it was deflected, and it looks like the linesmen are agreeing.
Yeah, Yanni Gourde coming back into the zone there, as you saw the linesman giving the hand swipe to let everybody know there's a happy young Seattle Kraken fan. Oh, he dropped the puck too.
No.
Poor guy, like that hat. He can send me one if he wants to.
You ever have a chance to go out to Seattle for any sporting event at all, Razor?
No, I've no
Take the
desire to
family
go
out?
to Seattle.
No?
No.
Good sports fans out there.
Not kind of
They
my
are
town.
absolutely crazy sports fans. They'll do well with this franchise, that's for sure, as far as their enthusiasm goes. There's Larson down in the corner, and it's tipped outside the line and racing after it. It's the star of the show in Seattle, and a star for the Sabres in Dustin Tokarski with yet another save on Tanev, who's already had a break tonight. Asplund against the boards with 54 to go on the power play. Thompson there as well. Larson ready just to stand there. Skinner gets it free. Tries to play it back, and Butcher to the line for Dahlin, who's not given any lane to shoot the puck at all, as Tanev is all over him. Now they work it down. Butcher, that was in his skates. Now Dahlin maybe with a chance to fire one on. He does. Grubauer makes the save. Dahlin again. Thompson to his left. Takes the pass. Whips it across. Butcher with a shot, and stabbed at by the glove of Grubauer.
Yeah, literally stabbed at it. It looked like he had that glove turned in front.
And we've got something going on.
That's Yanni Gourde is in the middle there. He's with Will Butcher. Dahlin, we're not sure who he's got his eyes locked on that he's upset with. There's Jeff Skinner trying to explain what happened. Here's Tanev giving a little tonguing. Let's see what happens. Here's Tanev. This is earlier. Shorthanded. Second great chance shorthanded for Tanev in this game. And he misses that one just in the last second. A little shot from Dahlin, just enough to throw him off. And here's Will Butcher's opportunity. Doesn't get this puck clean. Has to stop, dust it off a little bit, and then take the shot. And you see Grubauer. That's Yanni Gourde taking Jeff Skinner down. And then everybody, and I think the referee has taken Gourde and Skinner both to the box, and that's right there.
Sabres power play remains then for 17 more seconds. Latter stages of the second period. 1-1 game. Kyle Pozo fires, scores! A rocket of a shot from the veteran in Buffalo on the power play. Take a 2-1 lead.
Great shot here by Kyle Pozo. Wrist shot goes back across, and he's going to catch Grubauer right up top on the short side. Here's a quick puck movement. Puck goes back to the point here, down to Kyle Pozo. But a great job by Zemgus Girgensons in front. Watch how he gets himself established. And at the last second there, he steps right in front of the eyes of Grubauer, takes that right away. He has no idea where that puck is. It's perfectly placed right over his left shoulder, under the bar in the net. Gives the Sabres a 2-goal lead here. They've got 2 goals this period on only 4 shots.
Yeah, he knew exactly where Kyle was putting it, didn't he? He's here going top shelf, near side. I'll just pull myself right here.
Well, the great thing is most guys stand in front, and when the shot's coming, they get out of the way.
Yeah.
Right there, he did it textbook, where the shot's coming, and he actually steps in front of the view of the goaltender, and he has no idea where the puck's coming.
Look out, Eberle scores! He ties it up. They get it right back.
Now a little sloppy play there. Jordan Eberle's going to get his 3rd goal of the year, but in the Sabres' own zone, puck's down low below the goal line, and it should be safe. Here's Robert Hagg under pressure, and that is Mark Pezic just fishing for it. And there's the quick shot, short side, goes right over the glove of Tokarski. And it's a great shot there by Eberle, but look at this right now. 2 defensemen in the corner. There can never be 2 defensemen in the corner at the same time, only one at a time. The other has to be in front of the net. They're both in the corner. Forward does not come down and check Eberle properly, and it leads to the 2nd goal for the Kraken.
So a minute 20 to go, second period. And you get the feeling that this game is going to have this kind of attitude for the rest of the night, and it should be fun. Sabres will love to come away with a win to close out the trip. They got their hands full with this veteran-laden team. Yet with every game, they find a little bit more chemistry. Here's Vinny Hinostroza driving into the Seattle zone. Try to feed it through. Poke back to the line. Miller. He'll put it in behind the net. Under a minute to go in the period. Larson takes Hinostroza to the boards. Sent back to the point. Butcher's going to send it right back down in behind the net. A little bit of interference there on Hinostroza at the side of the goal. Not able to get to the puck. And at the line, Kajula sends it right back around, and Cousins waits on it. Hinostroza sends it in front, and unable to get the shot away was Kajula, but he was in a good spot. Järnkrok banks it off the boards and clears it outside the zone. 20 seconds to go in the second period. Quick pass looking for Ruotsalainen, and that goes awry, and the Sabres are called here for an icing. Kyle Poso has scored tonight, our Mo's Hot Player. Visit sabres.com/Mo's Hot Players for a 25% coupon for Mo's tomorrow.
Now we talked about it as one of the keys of the game. We need the leaders to lead, and Kyle Poso's had a good night here. And he's one of those guys that lean on. He is, when Don Granato talks about leadership of this team, the two names that come up is Zemgus Girgensson, Kyle Poso.
Kraken looking to center. Schwartz giving a bump just as he wanted to get that shot away. Now Schwartz battling with Dahlin. They go back and forth with cross checks against one another. They're still going side of the net. Dahlin gives one more. This started with cross check to cross check with each of them. And that looks like that's as far as it's going to go. I mean, they were given in a league where cross checking was talked about that it was going to be called.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if anything comes out of this. And the referee is not giving any gestures at this point, but the Sabres here find a couple goals in this period. Only 5 shots on net, generated 2 goals in this period. They've set themselves up. They have not played an excellent game here. They're outshot 29-11 this point, but third period's been pretty decent for them on an average on the season, so they've set themselves up to give themselves a chance here to come out with some points.
2-2 after 40 minutes of play in Seattle. Penguins Hall of Fame broadcaster Mike Lang used to have so many sayings. One of my favorites was he doesn't know whether to cry or wind his watch. I kind of feel that way, Marty. Like when Buffalo took the lead, I think a lot of people were like, what? How? And then when the goal ties it up so quickly, you're just like, oh my gosh.
Somehow he beats him like a rented mule in my head, but that's because I heard that one a few times. Now, exactly, like this was not a good period of hockey. Again, for the Buffalo Sabres, there was a moment in the middle of the period. Kyle Poso comes up the ice, cuts to the middle, shoots wide, missed the net, but that was the first sign of life that we had seen. Obviously, he gives the Sabres the lead on the power play. He scored 3 goals this year. All 3 are from the same location. 2 on the power play and 1 on the rush. That one was against Vancouver. So Kyle can shoot from that spot. You're thinking, okay, everything's good. The next shift, everything goes down the drain. Why? Because the same thing I talked about in the first intermission, where you can go north and you decide to turn around and go south. Robert Hagg has the puck. All he has to do is curl the net and go up the ice. He tries to curl back for a reverse. Doesn't happen. Puck is in the middle of the ice to Eberle in the back of the net 20-some seconds later. Like, these are the mental mistakes that the Sabres have got to push aside. They somehow battle back into the game. You're going to let that go. So 20 minutes in the third period, that has to be out of the game. That has to be out of the game, absolutely.
You'd love to see Rasmus Dahlin really in the game in the third period.
Yep.
Might this be a little wake-up moment?
Yeah, well, I mean, Jaden Schwartz is giving it to Dahlin a little bit here, and I love that Dahlin pushes it back. Here you go. Now, I'm not sure what Dahlin's going to do here. He's like the bull. Like, he puts his head down, and he just, he knows that he's going to take a few shots to the face, But, yeah, I would like to think that may get him a little bit fired up for the third period. You can see the stats on Dahlin for the game. The average shift length is high. That's second highest in the game. That should be around the 45 to 50 second mark, but everything else is what you would want him to do with the ice time, the possession time, and 11,000 feet distance covered, almost 12,000 feet. Tougher?
And he was given, and yeah.
Should we go around, walk around 12,000 feet, see if we're tired after that?
You know what? When you just did that gesture that nobody could see, I felt like it was probably Razor's head spinning at that distance and at that velocity in the pregame when he has to sit between us.
I didn't even see. It's a little over 2 miles. Didn't even see that.
Read the fine print, Marty.
My head's spinning.
It always tells the story. Labatt Blue player profile. Labatt Blue, official beer sponsor of the Buffalo Sabres. Darlene drew an assist on a Tage Thompson goal, his third of the year, part of Buffalo's 2-goal period. We're back after this. Four goals on the board in Seattle tonight, 2 aside in our Buick game summary. The scoring chances 2-1 in favor of the Kraken at 16-8. The shot attempts 47-21 for the home side, and certainly of concern, although the thirds have not been great for Seattle. But when Buffalo began this road trip, they were outscoring opponents 8-2 in third periods. On this trip, they've been outscored 5-1 in third periods. This is an area of concern. The hope is that having navigated through 40 and recognizing where they're at and the opportunity that's right in front of them, the old 20 miles, 20 minutes. What is it, Marty? What's the saying?
20 miles, 20 smiles.
Thank you.
And then you do clicks. Now that you could hear it, right?
Yeah, something like that. I know this. Tage Thompson did score a nice goal in period number 2. Marty's going to lead us to what led to it. See, this is what I get for poking fun at you not reading the fine print in the first segment. I can't process what's going on in my brain. Although it is Sabres After Dark, approaching midnight Eastern time. Stay with us. Needle glowing in the distance. It is Seattle's home game number 5 for them. And
I want to go to Seattle.
Oh my gosh,
we got to get a road crew party there in the next few years.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. Obviously, we've seen great sights of Sabre fans in attendance tonight. Yep. They've probably been wanting a little bit more here. So, Marty, why don't we give them the KeyBank video breakdown, which did hit on a little bit of offense provided by Tage Thompson.
Okay, Tage Thompson's playing center, and we talked to Kevin Adams this morning on the Instigators about Tage in the middle of the ice, and he said he's a big man, and sometimes on the wing he got restricted with the boards and with the limited space, and in the middle of the ice he can use that space to use his length and play a 200-foot game. So let's look at how he uses that strength and that length. So it all starts with a give and go. Give to Asplund, steps to the middle of the ice and goes, receives it back. Okay, this is perfect. Let's keep rolling it because that is perfect right here. Go to the middle of the ice, attack the middle of the ice, and now this is where we're going to pause it. Here's the middle of the ice. This is where Thompson is getting all of his success carrying the puck. He's not stuck along the wall at the bottom or the top of your screen. He's going to the middle of the ice and staying here and using his speed, his length, his puck protection. How about this? Watch how he sticks his right hand. Whoa, that's a little bit too much zoom. I clicked it like 4 or 5 times. But that's what we wanted to show you, how he uses his hands and is able to protect the puck, goes to the middle, and his shot, obviously, that's not a good goal on Grubauer, but surprising and sneaky shot to beat the goalie from that far when he's not expecting it.
I appreciated not hearing the shot, meaning for once in recent memory, Tage didn't cut it so fine that he clanged one off the iron. He has such a heavy shot, and he's often just all around it. The goal total clearly could be higher this year, but it is impossible to argue with what you're talking about. You notice him more making plays just like that because of where he's playing this year. 3. Geekie, the only goal scorer in period 1, but in the second, Tage Thompson's third from Asplund and Dahlin. It's a 6-game point streak for Asplund.
I won't zoom in, but look at his right hand right here so you can actually see it, how he protected the puck, went through the middle of the ice with a good shot to beat Grubauer.
And Buffalo took the lead at 17:59, a power play goal for Oposo from Bryson and Cousins.
Oposo walks in and looks like he's going to go to the blocker's side, changes the angle in the last second. Great screen by Gergensen's in front.
26 seconds later, Eberle from Schwartz.
That's what I was talking about, though. Robert Hagg, instead of going by the net, curled up, tries to reverse, miscommunication. Eberle's not picked up in the slot. A really nice one-time shot over the glove at Tokarski.
Shots are 30-11, despite the zone time being almost even, offensively speaking. So what lies ahead in the third, Marty?
A push. There needs to be a push early for the Sabres. It hasn't happened in the first period. Didn't happen in the second period. So the first 5 minutes in the third, that has to be all out for the Buffalo Sabres right now.
See you next on the Lexus postgame report. Dan and Razor have the third.
Third period replays are presented by New York's only outlet liquor. When you need to stock up, it's the place to buy a case. What's your outlet?
Kyle Posa's thinking about that right now.
I like the way he's shooting the
right home.
I like the way he's shooting the puck this year. When that was.
Yeah, he's got a confidence. You know, I think he's really accepted the role that he's been given on this team as a leader. Now that everybody else is gone,
right?
And I think it's just brought him to another level. It's helped him out mentally, where he's thinking of that, not only worrying about his own game, but helping the young kids out. But I think it's just kind of opened up a whole new avenue for him and his game.
Speaking of avenues, Thompson behind the net wanted to trap that one, but he couldn't. And the Kraken will play it ahead. This is what they're all about. These breaks. It's Järnkrok in alone. Save Tokarski. It's right beside him. Couldn't find it, but it's behind the net. Lucky for him, it comes right out to Oleksiak. He snaps a pass to the goal line, brought back up by Giordano. And Oleksiak at the line. Sends it down the goal line, and it comes right back. Giordano brings it to the middle of the zone. Coming to meet the play, Järnkrok. 4-on-4 to start this period for another minute 7. That shot rocketed by Yanni Gourde off the boards. And you hear the call from the bench. The players communicating to Miller to hold it so they can get some fresh legs, fresh ideas out there. Start the period. Kyle Poso off the bench. He'll play it up ahead. Butcher gains the line. Zengus Girgenssen's trying to find a way. It's not there. Larson took it away, and Lazar will skate away with it. He'll send it up ahead to Eberle. Onto the wing. Wenberg. Eberle carries on down to the corner. He sends it up. Larson had a ton of room as the former Oilers connect on that passing play, and they stay onto the ice here for 23 more seconds of this 4-on-4, operating the offensive zone. Wenberg at the blue line. He's going to curl back, just keep it in. Boy, that was close.
That was real close.
Now Eberle cuts in, scores! Jordan Eberle, Mr. Money for the Seattle Kraken, has given them the lead.
I think they may be somebody in the dressing room, Miles Fee right now, taking a look at this one just to see if it didn't go out over the line before Eberle's able to find his way to put this one in the back of the net. Because on our view, it looked very close. Eberle's going to get his second goal of this game. Stepping around Kyle Poso right there, going short side on Tokarski. See him pulling in. I think Tokarski thinking he was going to continue to come back across to the middle of the net. And he just opened up a little bit there. You see his arm lift up from his body and his pad a little bit. And Eberle finds a spot to put it in. But I guess, obviously, they would have checked that in the room.
Yeah.
And it was a good one, but it was darn close.
So back and forth, back and forth. Now the Sabres down a goal again. Here's Cousins. See if he can answer back quickly. He tried, but Grubauer makes the save.
Yeah, that's not the start Marty was talking about, the big push for the Sabres here in the first 5 minutes. Give up a goal here in the first 2 minutes. And Jordan Eberle, he's always been a great offensive player in this game. It doesn't matter who he's played for. He's always put up great numbers. And in that case right there, good explosion, great foot speed, getting position on Kyle Poso.
Sabres in the offensive zone, work it right in front. Nice feed. Shot can't get through the traffic there. Glove down by Hinostroza. Oh, big hit. Cousins is stood up and sat down, and guess who? Jamie Oleksiak did it again. You don't want to run into that guy. I mean, you just don't. All your forward momentum is gone, and you're going backwards. Cousins onto the bench, and hopefully he's doing good after that one. Tage Thompson seeing his team changing. Lays it back to Haig in the Buffalo zone. And again, it's been talked about a lot on this broadcast and really throughout the circles following the team, and fans have seen it too. When the Sabres are going, they're going off ice quickly. Seattle not letting that happen right now. Thompson crossing the line. Shot deflects. Vince Dunn got his stick in the way. To the front of the net, taken away by Hayden Fleury. Hayden will play it up ahead. There's another big hit. Again, Tanev trying to get to the net, stays with it. It's in behind the goal. Tanev's side of the net can't get to it. Mark Pezic trying to play it up the wall. Asplund battling for it. And that deflects up and out of play. That had to go off of a stick as a deflection.
Yeah, it was a battle right there for it. Well, we're going to take a look at our New York Lottery inside the numbers here tonight. Seattle Kraken, they have 7 goals from their defensemen, and that's tied for the most in the NHL. And the D for the Seattle Kraken have scored 28% of the goals scored by Seattle. But tonight here, all 3 goals scored by forwards in this one. And Buffalo has 1 goal from their D, and that is Robert Hagg has got that 1 lone goal for the defenseman for the Buffalo Sabres.
Kyle Pozo with it just at the center ice red line, turns it over. Bastian trying to feed one through. McCormick with a bit of a reach around. Bastian right in front, stopped, and then there's McCormick with that extra stick trying to dig at the glove of Tokarski.
Now they're hungry, Dan. Yep. You're watching this team, the Seattle team, when they get around the net, they're hungry and they don't leave. They stay around and they're using their sticks as much as possible. We watched Tanev in this game just whack and whack and whack 3 times. He had great opportunities on Tokarski right here. It's going to be another chance. You see McCormick just coming in and just doing whatever he can to try to get a stick to the puck to get it in the net. So give this team credit. Very hungry around the net.
To the line, but not quite out. Now Ruotsalainen does get it out. Hayden trying to feed it through, can't get it by the Seattle defense. Bjork trying to stick handle his way around Jonas Donskoy. Butcher backing up, almost had that pass knocked down. Hayden to center, left side. He'll put it down below the goal line. Fleury plays it, stays up on the wall. Donskoy will play it out to center ice. Kraken came in at 3-6-1 with 7 points. Sabres at 5-3-1 on 11. 5th road game of the year for Buffalo. 1-2-1 away from home. Dunn gains the zone. That puck pops up into the air and a big hit. It's Mark Pezic with the hit. Tanev thought he might want to do something about it, then decided not to. With a 1-goal lead, there's a shot coming down the wing, taken by Cousins, stopped by Grubauer. Played back to the line. Hagg. That slap pass went off a skate. And it's going to go all the way down the ice. Yanni Gourde. Pezic plays the puck. Hagg sends it ahead. Hinostroza looking for Cousins. This game has had a bit of chippiness to it here as we get an icing call. 14:35 to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, you see Mark Pezic right there. He's going to be the guy. Step up right here. And he's going to drop it right into Geekie right there as he comes across. Right underneath that armpit, right in the side, down he goes. Geekie was very slow getting up. See Tanev yelling to the referee for a penalty. You thought Tanev may go and address it himself, but he did not.
Puck cleared back into the Buffalo zone. Out the middle of the ice, Tage Thompson. Did he draw a penalty from the ref behind, or he's going to call both?
Both. Yeah, he's going to call both right here, I think. Wenberg is going to be the guy for Seattle. Tage Thompson, Buffalo Sabres. Wait here, his call.
Buffalo, number 72, 2 minutes holding the stick. Seattle, 2 minutes hooking.
You got Tage Thompson for holding the stick, and you got Wenberg for hooking. And watch 72 coming up through the middle. Tate Thompson wraps his arm around the stick there, as Wenberg's got his stick up underneath him. So both guys go to the box here. You got, once again, 4-on-4 hockey.
Rasmus Dahlin on his own side of center. Butcher, Calapozo out there with Zemgus Girgensons. Dahlin gains the zone. Gord stays on that inside hip. It's played down below the goal line. Girgensons cannot knock it down, but Calapozo will. Girgensons below the goal line again. Butcher will not keep this one in, and Tanev's going to give him a race and go all the way down the ice. Here comes Tanev. They go into the end boards. Dahlin overskates it. Yarncrook leaves it back to the point, and a shot to Karski. Has he got it? Yes, he does. Here comes Yarncrook with an extra whack at it, and Girgensons taking some issues. All night long, they have been digging.
Well, I'll tell you what, when they're digging like that, you got to send a statement. You got to clear them out. The Sabres have not done it.
Kraken 3, Sabres 2. Tokarski hanging tough. Kraken 3, Sabres 2, 13:33 to go in the third. Join Brian Duff and Marty Baron for the Instigators Tuesday through Friday from noon until 1 on WGR, discussing every game around the Sabres, keeping you up to date on all the news from the National Hockey League, taking your calls as well. They are the Instigators with Brian Duff, Marty Baron. Home of the Buffalo Sabres is WGR Sports Radio 550, and you can catch them on MSG.
Yeah, Brandon Tanev's had an excellent game here. Look at him getting in on top of Butcher right here, kicking the puck out to the front of the net. It's going to lead to an opportunity right there for Seattle. Yarncrook, he's going to the net. So is Tanev. They're looking for anything laying there. And you see 4 Sabres. Zemgus Girgensson doing his best to get him back. But as I said, they've been doing it all night long. And you've got to take a stand there. Protect your goaltender a little bit, because if they feel they can get away with it, they're going to continue to do it.
Kajula looked like he was going to drive up that left side. I don't know if the puck got stuck in some snow along the wall. Probably shouldn't have. They just did a shovel. Sent down to the corner, Kajula along with Cousins. Lauzon comes away with it for the Kraken. Left wing to center. Gord, Yarncrook, back to Gord. Trying to go back to Yarncrook, and Yarncrook takes it away from Bryson. Lauzon with a shot that doesn't get through. Nice moves that time by Cousins. He plays it ahead. This is Miller. Watched by Larson and forced outside the zone. Played all the way back to Dustin Tokarski. Again, the Sabres playing without the likes of Middlestat, Yoki Harju, and Victor Olofsson, and they find themselves in these one-goal games. I mean, each of those 3 could come up with that one goal for you, but the group on the ice now, they have to find a way. With 12 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the third period. 4-on-4 time is about to dissolve into thin air. There they go, and here they come back onto the ice. Tate Thompson for Buffalo, right out of the box into the play. He picks up the puck. Near side for Skinner, left wing. Sabres from right to left here in the third. Skinner with a shot, steered away by Grubauer, and it's tipped outside the line by Schwartz. He's looking cross ice. He's got his man Eberle. He's got 2 already. Scores! Hat trick, Jordan Eberle.
Well, the sneaky little guy, you know what he did? He half-cocked it here, and he threw him a changeup. You see the hats laying on the ice here for the hat trick. And this is his 4th career hat trick for Jordan Eberle. Here's Schwartz. He's going to work this puck. Nice pass to Eberle. But look at, pretended the slap shot, and then when he got it back down to his waist, he slowed that pace right down. Look at that, and then just slid it through right there. And you could just tell Katarski, he just was expecting something a little harder, and then it opened up, and he left that right pad just enough off the ice where he's able to sneak it underneath for his 3rd goal of this game. That's an offensive player right there, Dan. Most guys would never think of doing something like that.
Well, you think of how his career started out. He was part of an Oilers group that just couldn't find their rhythm, and they had a ton of talent, all those young players. And I mean, you talk about players accepting and finding a role. He goes to Long Island with the Islanders, and he accepts a role, probably a little bit more of a checking role than he wanted to take on coming out of junior and into the National Hockey League, being a hero for Team Canada, the World Junior Championships. And now he's tonight showing that his game has just gone to another level.
Yeah, and I love this tradition when they throw the hats on the ice, and I bet you the teams do as well, because they collect all those hats. They end up ultimately probably going into the garbage, and they resell them all. And all those Kraken hats can't be that old.
No. Well, I know there's probably a few rings that do it. Maybe you've seen them more than I have, but I think it was in Philly where they have a display out in the concourse where it's all the hats that are thrown on the ice from a hat trick are dumped into this display.
Now Jaden Schwartz is going to collect another assist on that goal. He made a beautiful pass. And coming in, and he extend his point streak to 5 games, a goal, 5 assists, 6 points. His previous 6 games, he had 1 assist. So when we talk about guys finding their way and getting comfortable in a new team, a new town, new group of guys, Jaden Schwartz, he's becoming comfortable here in Seattle.
Cup winner, of course, with the Blues. Sabres trying to get that one to the net from the blue line. That's blocked in front, and then Grubauer makes the stop easily at that far post.
Well, once again here, you got 11:35 left. You're down a couple goals here, but it's far from over.
Yep.
You know, but problem is, second period, Sabres generated 5 shots, got 2 goals off it. But here in the third so far, only 2 shots on net. And you're only almost halfway through this third period. They got to get more rubber to the net. They got to start playing some time in the offensive zone here. Or you're going to see Seattle. They're just going to look to get this puck deep, and they're going to work it really low. They've shown all night they can work the corners. They can hang on to the puck, rotation of the puck, and they lead up a lot of time. And here's Butcher. He turns this one over. Quick pass from Schwartz across to Jordan Eberle. And that changeup right there catches Tokarski, and it gives the 4th goal for Seattle.
Kraken trying to float that one down the wing in the Buffalo zone on the right side. Sent back up towards center. Battling forward is Skinner. Played away from him. Kraken will shoot it in over the other side of the ice. Yeah, Gord chasing after it from the corner. Tage Thompson plays it to the boards. And Buffalo trying to find a way that they can go 1-2 and get up ice. Here's Thompson trying to lean his way in. Kraken have said, all right, we let you get one by leaning your way through us, and now they're just going to step right into his body and not let him have any area to get that shot away. Another hit behind the play there. Fans reacting to that as Skinner comes up ice. He takes a shot. Grubauer makes the save. A couple extra sticks on Skinner as he goes behind the net.
Yeah, Grubauer holding the puck there, handing it off of the ref. There's Jeff Skinner. He's getting himself back to the bench there. You see exactly what went on. Here's the quick shot by Skinner coming through. Gives a couple little extra shots to the D there with his stick as he's going by, but nothing major.
Ruotsalainen, Bjork, and Hayden. Sabres win the draw. Shot glove, but not held onto by Grubauer. Butcher let that one go. He gets it back. Butcher just inside the line. Hayden trying to get to the net. Get off his skate down below the goal line. Played back, top of the circle shot. That didn't get through all the traffic. Might have hit Riley Sheahan. Vince Dunn, though, gives it away, and Hayden tried to get it to the goal, but it's on the far boards. Bastian gets it out. Hayden with a hit on him over there by the Kraken bench. And Seattle changing. 9:55 to go, third period. Buffalo down 4-2. Back home to face the Red Wings on Saturday. Trip ends tonight. How does it end? Do they pick up points? 2-on-1, and the pass back went off the skate. Well, Pezic is going to have to defend again. This time it's Wenberg. Here comes the second wave. They can't knock it down. The Sabres will come back down the left side. In the offensive zone this time, Hinostroza. Sealed off by Alexiak. And the puck comes gliding out to center ice. Haig will take it back inside the Buffalo zone. Kachula sends it down below the goal line. First man back, though, is Alexiak. Can't clear it. Another chance, Giordano. will play it out to center ice. This is Bryson. Good footwork making his way down the left side. Grubauer with a glove on it. This is Donskoy. Taken away from him, Kyle Pozo. Drops it back, and this is Bryson. Ahead for Girgensons. He tips it down into the Seattle end. Larson in the far corner against Pozo. He can try to fish it free. Donskoy paying real close attention to him. There's Alexiak knocking down his third Sabre tonight. Second time for Girgensons. Well, I'll tell you what, as far as first meetings go against an expansion team in this era of hockey, this game has got some grit to it, so that's nice to see. They're not going to see each other very much, but at least next time they do, maybe we see some storylines continue on here. Down the years, as they say. Chipped into the Buffalo line. Waving at that one. Dahlin, then he flips it down into Seattle territory. No icing since the linesman as Larson goes back after it.
Yeah, one thing we have not seen here tonight a lot of, or too much of any, Dahlin on the back end taking control back there in a game where you'd like to see him hang on to this puck, work it up the ice, and try to make some things happen.
I think Lauzon's going to go to the box here for Seattle.
Yeah, and it's just not happening from Dahlin here once again tonight.
Well, the Sabres, the door just cracked open a little bit to get within one. We'll see what they do in the power play when we come back. Save. We're actually, you know what, he's been so good, we're going to give you two. First period, 10 of all alone. Gets a piece of that one, and then watching Andy Gordon with the wraparound. How about that pad? Post to post for Dustin Tokarski. Our Toyota Big Save brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
Yeah, Sabres going to the power play here. We'll take a look and show you what happened. Lauzon is in the box for tripping. 55 over along the side of the wall is going to take the feed out from underneath of Jeff Skinner. So the Sabres to the power play. They are 1 for 2 on the power play here tonight. And there's Jeff Skinner on the bench.
Kyle Pozo's goal at 17:59 of the second, the power play goal that Razor refers to from Bryson and Cousins. And that put Buffalo up at the time 2-1. Right now they need it to get within one. Off the draw, down to the corner, off to the right of the Kraken goal. Pozo battling for it. Miller's down there as well. So 3 Sabres against 3 Kraken. And the place is staying down in the corner. This is very reminiscent of what Miller and Bryson did back in the first period. Now Miller tries to back out of the crowd a little bit. It comes back to Bryson. Far side. Shot didn't get through from Cousins. And the Kraken able to clear it. And we get a whistle. That went, did that go out of play? Nonetheless, the draw is coming back, I think, in the Seattle end.
We got Colin Miller here being separated.
Yeah, he and Donskoy were stuck on the boards.
Yeah, they went at it pretty hard down along there. We're kind of just hoping the referee was just going to let them both go and make sure there was no penalty called. But I think that puck possibly went to the bench of Seattle when they shot it out. It hit somebody's hand on the bench. That's why the puck is going, or the draw is going back down in here to Seattle's end.
Yarncrook against Thompson. Kraken gets some help on the draw, and down the ice goes the puck. Kraken changing. Rasmus Dahlin, Skinner standing on the left wall. Dahlin, Thompson, Butcher, and Asplund as they get it into the Kraken zone. Far wall, it doesn't, yes it is kept in. Dahlin flutters that. It's a dangerous pass, and it's picked off. Yanni Gourde all alone. Breakaway save by Dustin Tokarski. Thompson back the other way. Moving the feet as he drives the lane right side, then stops at the hash marks. Skinner back to the point. Miller wrists one on. There's a rebound in front. It's still loose, but the Kraken get on it and clear it.
Yeah, that's 3 shorthanded breakaways the Sabres have given up here in this hockey game.
Dahlin with 24 to go in the power play. Shoots it in. Cousins after it, along with Miller. Cousins got a piece of it back to the point to Dahlin. 13 to go on the man advantage. Shot blocked. That went off, I believe, Giordano. Giordano behind the net trying to play it out the far boards. Cousins meets it there. Now Kajula trying to get it to Hinostroza. Giordano got a glove on that one up by the glass. Now Hayden Fleury will skate it away. Picked off by Miller. Miller fires, pad save made by Grubauer. Miller again. Forced to the boards. Back to the line. Haig tried to feed it through. Backhander to the line. A 2-on-1 shaping up here for Seattle. Donskoy stays on side. The pass doesn't get to him. And it's cleared back out to center ice. Down to 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in this third period. The Verizon Final Five. 5G built right or Verizon 5G built right. Sabres trying to skate it out on the right side. Pezic pokes it ahead. Too far for Kajula. Buffalo changing. Kraken seeing that quickly right side. Schwartz stops. Thought he was going to cut to the net. He's going to lead it to the goal line. Right back out in front. What feed by Jordan Eberle in front of the net. He's been feeling it tonight already with his hat trick. Down in the corner, Bryson. Eberle took it away from him. Puck pops up into the air. Back to the line. Larson sends it across. Tried to go behind the net. Good read by Pezic, able to pick it off, and now the Sabres will bring it up. Sent ahead. Up the right wing wall. Girgensons stopped in his tracks halfway into the zone. Tanev with moves down the left side in the Buffalo zone. Butcher with him. Overcomes Thompson trying to free up the puck. Tanev's okay just playing this kind of wall hockey in the offensive zone. Thompson, though, gets it free. He's going to bring it up ice, working on Lazon. Cuts to the high slot, drops it back. Here's a shot taken by Asplund, saved by Grubauer, and this time he will hold on. Thompson comes in late on the play to meet what's been a huddle-filled game. Kraken still lead it by 2. Kraken 4, Sabres 2, 3:41 to go in the third. Let's take a look at our Gerber collision of the game. And it's courtesy of, well, someone you might not really expect, and Mark Pezic, as that puck went up into the air. And keep an eye on Morgan Geekie. Goes to play with his glove, and then Mark Pezic steps into him on the side there. The Gerber collision and glass collision of the game.
Yeah, right underneath that armpit on the side. I bet you that just knocked the wind right out of him.
Or the deodorant at the very least.
Yeah.
If he wears any before a game.
Well, they have to there.
Did you deodorant up before a game, or did you care?
Always. Always wanted to smell good.
Another odd man rush. Donskoy! Stopped by Tokarski. We've had many conversations how we haven't seen a lot of odd man rushes against the Sabres, and then they went on this road trip, and that kind of changed a little bit.
Yeah, they're giving 2 or 3 a night now.
Here's Cousins in behind the net. Dahlin will take the pass and skate it up the left wing side. Shoots it around the boards, far side, slap back in behind the net. Kajula can't do much with it, but it's kept in at the line by Bryson. Played to the wall and backhanded in behind the Seattle goal. And Alexiak, who's had quite a few stonewall hits of his own in the game. One right there, as a matter of fact. He just came up that same right side where he caught Zemgus Girgensons way back in the first period. 2:47 to go. Bryson carries in. Chase after it behind the net. Larson there. And the net is empty for Buffalo, and Seattle flip it down the ice. That's going to go wide to the goal. So we'll have the face-off. Back down the other end of the ice. Join Sabres Learn to Play. It's presented by Well Now for children ages 4 through 9 years old. Register and receive head-to-toe hockey equipment and 6 weeks of hockey instruction. To learn more, visit sabres.com/learn to play.
Yeah, it's a great program. It comes through the Players Association, the Alumni Association. And I'll tell you what, it's fantastic. These kids get out, they get all their equipment, they get some great instructions and give them a real good chance of seeing if hockey's the game they'd like to play. So take advantage of it if you can.
Got a whistle with 2:22 to go. High stick, I believe the line's been indicating there. So with the goaltender on the bench, same kind of situation we had the other night. If they can get one here in the next 30 seconds, you've still got a chance at a point here.
No, you're right. And you look at Tokarski on the bench there, and he looks like he's in a daze because he did an excellent game. He did his job here tonight, and he gave these guys a chance. He faced 37 shots, and a lot of them point blank early, and he kept this team alive at 1-0 after the first period. It could have easily been 2 or 3.
I was going to say 30 of those came in the first 2 periods alone.
14 in the first, 16 in the second, and 7 so far here in the third.
Alexiak far corner, playing the Seattle zone with 2:05 to go. Buffalo just can't get their handle on the puck here to have a chance at anything happening, and the puck chipped down the ice, and this is going to go for icing. Didn't have a lot on it, but it's an icing call.
Yeah, it's great. This young team, you're seeing the crowd and how crazy they just got for a puck almost going into the empty net. And as of right now, these guys are doing a nice job catching the attention of the fans in Seattle, trying to build that fan base. And that's important for not only that organization, but the whole league.
Those seats look steep going up from the glass there, which you like to see in a hockey rink.
They look full too.
Yeah, shot from the slot by Skinner is blocked. Skinner from the corner tried to send it out in front. Bank went in perhaps, but it goes all the way back to the line. Sabres for Skinner. Below the goal, there comes Alexiak with another hit, just to remind everybody else that he's 6'7". Skinner, good battle out of the corner. Still with it behind the net. Looking for an option. Now it comes back to the far point. Dahlin plays it to the wall right side. Shot, little no-look shot there, but Grubauer wasn't fooled. He made the save. As Asplund tried to sneak one through, and there's an empty net goal for the Kraken. They're 5th, and look out. Somebody went for a spill there. Not happy with the way this has ended.
Yeah, Schwartz is going to get this empty netter. He's already collected 2 assists in this game, so he's going to be rewarded with an empty net. Him and Donskoy coming down here together. He throws it in the middle, and you see the frustration on Dahlin after this puck goes into the net. He misses it with his hand right there. You see him right there. And Adam.
Sabres back in their own end with a minute to go now. And they're going to end this road trip on a learning note, I guess is probably the polite way to put it. And early in the year, some lessons will be studied for their next game at home on Saturday against the Red Wings. Red Wings, an exciting team to watch too. Rob and I have talked about that with their young players who have had a good start to the season. So we hope to see you at the rink at KeyBank Center on Saturday.
Now, Robert Hagg said today, he says, I think we're better than what we really are right now.
Yeah.
And he goes, this is coming after the San Jose game. We were terrible, and we need to learn from the last 2 games, the LA and San Jose game. So it'll be interesting to see if he thinks they learned anything here coming into Seattle.
13 seconds to go. Kraken still trying to bust their way into the Buffalo zone as Bjork will bring it back with 5 seconds. That shot deflects, settles in the corner. 2 seconds to go, one last hit. And that'll do it. 5-2 is your final. Jordan Eberle with a hat trick.
Yeah, Sabres come into this building into a buzzsaw because Seattle came right from the opening face-off. They came at the Sabres. They came extremely hard. They put a ton of pressure on the Sabres. They were not able to get themselves established in this game. And it just got frustrated more and more as the game went on. Just really didn't generate much opportunity towards the net. 21 shots ultimately they got in the end of this game. Gave up 31. But it just, Seattle wanted this game a little bit more than what the Sabres did here tonight.
Yeah, and don't sell Seattle short up the road here. Third period replays presented by New York's only outlet liquor. When you need to stock up, it's the place to buy a case. What's your outlet? Philip Grubauer gets the job done between the pipes for the Kraken, and Jordan Eberle led the way offensively. Details on the night that was with Alexa's postgame report with Brian and Marty coming up next.